Greetings. My name is Josh Parker, and I'm the 2012 Maryland Teacher of the Year. I am blessed to have spent over 13 years as a system leader and classroom teacher, and now I'm the Director of Programs and Engagement for a nonprofit educational company called Unbound Ed. For a few minutes, I want to talk a little bit about the concept, the truths we hold. Over the past several months, we have experienced something unprecedented in education. We've had to change an entire delivery model from traditional in-class settings for the most part to this hybrid remote learning configuration combination, however you've done it. I liken it to teaching NASCAR drivers to actually drive the same track just in an 18-wheeler. We have had to adjust a lot. And we have come out strong. And now we face a new opportunity. What does it mean to continue teaching like this as we begin the school year under the cloud of uncertainty of different options, and returning back to the classroom can be a very challenging and frightening proposition for many teachers. I want to first tell you to not be afraid. We have gotten through much of this, and we will get through the next part and start of the school year together. The second thing I think is important is that as we go into this school year, let's take a moment to consider the truths that we hold. What truth means to us? What truths animate us? What do we believe is true about what students truly need? What is it that we truly believe about the role of equity in a remote learning environment? And what is it that we truly believe is teaching with passion in mind? So I want to just talk a little bit about a couple things that are important. First, what we believe about kids influences how we see teaching, whether it's in person and whether it's traditional, whether it's remote. And so we have to think about, what is it that I am believing about the kids that I teach, and what is the evidence of that belief in my practice? I always say that if you want to tell me what a teacher believes about a kid, show me their lesson plan. Show me a tape of them correcting a student when they don't understand a problem. Where we stand and what we do when we're challenged with students and teaching really influences and reveals what we believe. So the first thing I want you to always think about as we move forward and really focus on staying strong is, what do I believe about my kids, and what is the latest evidence? Also, when we think about what's true, we're going to have to define and expand the definition for what teaching actually is. A lot of teachers believe that assigning is teaching, talking is teaching. And if I do some social emotional exercises and do a morning check-in, that I have done the teaching that needs to be done. Well, think about what's just happened recently. Our teaching has to expand. We have to really reconceptualize how we think teaching should be in this space. And so I'd like to encourage you to think about, what is it that I thought was true about teaching that might need to change now? And the final thing I want us to think about is, what has to be true for me to be able to reach every kid every day? What kind of teacher do I have to be so that the teaching that I give is so engaging that kids want to sign on, kids want to complete the assignments? And what kind of teacher do I have to be so that I am not thinking that just sitting in front of a screen and delivering a class or delivering an assignment is all that's needed? How do I go beyond the schoolhouse so that I can make sure that issues of access and opportunity don't foreclose the educational opportunities of the students that are in my class? So What has to be true for me to reach every child? What do I have to think now about teaching that might expand the definition from what I know? And what do I truly believe about my children? And what's the latest evidence? The truth that underlies all this is that every student is a gift, even those that give us some trouble. The truth of the matter is, we have a tremendous opportunity, despite all that has happened, to really reach the hearts of the kids that are entrusted to us and help them to see their world differently and to see how they fit into this ever-changing, complex world. If we can make our teaching more expansive so that they can be critical of the world and the messages that they receive, and they can start to be in the seat of power in a virtual learning environment where they're co-creating the learning experience. If we can expand what teaching means even now, we have an opportunity to capture the moment and make it what we need to make it for our children. We hold these truths to be self-evident. Every child is worth it. Stay encouraged, stay strong, lean on your community, and continue to examine the truths you hold. Have a great start to the year.